Okay, is it recording?
We're running.
Okay. It's 3:05 in the morning. We're at the Flick Pick residence. We're hearing noises from the basement, and we're here to check it out. Let's go downstairs. So this is where the noises are resonating from. It smells like rotten meat down here. Okay. Look at this place.
The Conjuring's about a man and wife who are paranormal investigators who go to one creepy-ass house to help a family who's being haunted by a dark presence. This movie's directed by James Wan, who directed the first Saw movie and also another underrated movie, Death Sentence, starring Kevin Bacon. You gotta love the bacon. This movie stars Vera Farmiga. Ever since I've seen Running Scared, I've always had a thing for this chick. I don't know, just something about her fascinates me. She plays Lorraine Warren in this movie, one of the paranormal investigators, and she also has this spiritual connection to the spirits in this movie. Like, she can sense when things are happening, and every time she has a vision, it takes a little bit out of her. Now, this movie is based on true events. Ed and Lorraine were actually real-life paranormal investigators. Now, how loosely based is it? Not quite sure. And just thinking about creepy shit like that really happening, I just imagine both these lights burning out. I jump in the corner, I grab a butter knife, I sit there Indian style until the sun comes up. Because whenever you take a horror film and say it's based on true events, even if it's very loosely based on those true events, it's always adding a little bit something for a viewer. You know, it kind of goes past that little barrier that you block out all the fake bullshit, and it gets past that, and it really creeps the hell out of you. Or at least for me, it does. Okay, so anyway, this movie takes place in the early 1970s, and by the way, speaking of the time period of this movie, there's something about the 1970s that just creeped the hell out of me, especially when you're talking about horror films. I don't know if it's the bell bottoms, the hairstyles, I don't know what's going on, but when you add the element of the 1970s, it just adds a little bit more. Yeah, 1970s creeped the hell out of me, man. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but there's something there. But every time I watch movies like this where the house is haunted by something, it's like if I seen this door open right now an inch and I heard a creaky sound and like a whisper, I would move out right now. I'd never come back. I don't care if the paranormal investigators are coming. I don't care if the Ghostbusters come. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'd be done. I'd go stay in the Motel 6 until I found a new house. I don't care. I sleep in the car down the street. So the one thing that I really appreciated that this movie did is they do make a point to mention that. They're like, well, yeah, you could leave, but these spirits are going to follow you. They're going to stick to the bottom of your shoe like bubblegum and come with you. Now let's talk about a few things The Conjuring does very well. It has this very immersive vibe to it. Once you're sucked into this 1970s farmhouse, it's very creepy, very eerie. By no means is this movie groundbreaking. You know, essentially it's an exorcism movie. We've seen dozens of them. Some of them are terrible, and some of them are great. Overall, this movie's executed very well. It's a very well-made movie, very well-paced, and overall, it's just a really good time. You know, if you're a guy, definitely bring a chick to this movie, and you might get to second base, maybe third base, depending where you pick this chick up. I don't know. Now, I wanted to quickly talk about Lili Taylor in this movie, who plays the mother of the family, and her character in this movie reminded me of her character Nell in the movie The Haunting that came out in 1999. Very similar traits. She always seems like she's distracted by something else. Okay, so The Conjuring, a very well-executed horror film that does its job. So I'm going to give The Conjuring a B. I recommend checking it out. You know, throughout the movie, there's always creepy, eerie scenes, but every scene that took place in the basement of this house creeped the hell out of me. Like right now, I'm sitting in my own basement, I'm getting a little bit creeped out. Like, look, I'm gonna open this closet door right now, and if there's a little girl sitting in there covered in blood screaming, I just can't handle it. Okay, we're good. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.